We brought a group of 20, over the course of 2 nights, to enjoy the glass-bottom boat night tour. Xenon organized our trip and had the best crew there to accommodate us. The trip started off peaceful as we watched the gorgeous sunset over the southern Caribbean Sea. The crew jumped out of their kayaks to point out starfish and other sea critters as we paddled toward the Antilla shipwreck. As the sky grew darker, the fish grew happier and more playful and started jumping for joy when they saw our white lights in the water. They didn't just jump out of the water though, they actually jumped into our boat. OMG, our voices were sore from laughing so hard. After the experience, the team served us a mini buffet of fruit and drinks. The fond memories of that night will last a lifetime. Thanks so much, Xenon. Fabulous evening on the kayaks. The tour guides were very friendly and interactive and made our whole experience fun. The glass bottom is plastic and not very see-through, so don't expect much there. But the entire time was super fun. Kayaking during sunset was super memorable. They have dry boxes for your phones, and they also take pictures of you the whole time and send them to your email later. And then the light-up bottom on the way back was the coolest part. The seafloor gets lit up by the lights they put in your kayak and you can see all sorts of coral, fish, and we even saw a turtle. Definitely recommend this excursion to anyone staying in Aruba. Side note, if you are using public transportation, make sure you take an early bus to Arashi Beach, then we taxied back. We did the night clear kayak tour. They offered hotel pickup and drop-off for $40 cash. The trip is from a fairly remote beach in a residential area, so trying to get a taxi might be challenging, so I definitely recommend the transfer service. There was only one other couple and 2 guides. We kayaked about a mile to a partially submerged wreck. There were lots of fish to see under the kayak. Then LED lights were placed in our kayak and we returned to the starting point. It was a beautiful night and there were some small fish attracted to the light. The only downside was that I got nauseous from the swells and looking down, so I recommend if you are prone to seasickness that you take some medication before. This is a must-do excursion. We were a family of 4, including 13-year-old daughters, and we did quite a bit, including parasailing, snorkeling, scuba diving and an ATV tour. We were here all week and this was the perfect way to close out our vacation. The water was calm, the view was beautiful and our guide, JD, was a pleasure. We kayaked for nearly 2 hours, but the pace was just right and it didn't feel like a workout. We traveled pretty far down the coastline and JD found the perfect spot for us to stop and watch an amazing sunset. Plus, JD took a good number of photos and videos which he transferred to me at the end of the ride. This was just perfect. Thanks so much. We had a great time. We were unable to make our original date due to my husband not feeling well. The tour was gracious and allowed us to reschedule, which we were very grateful. The sky was cloudy but the scene was beautiful. We were caught in the rain but we had a great guide who was a very friendly young man and made our first kayaking trip very memorable. We wish the best to Lee and JD, who were great hosts. Hopefully we may run into each other again. Thanks again for a great time.